Hey y'all, I'm Ali. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. So you guys know that we do a lot of cleaning products and videos and recipes to show you how to make your own cleaning supplies, right? I just think that there's so many less expensive ingredients that you guys can use at home to make the stuff you're paying high dollar for. So we make a dishwasher soap, but it's like a powdered version. And so I had a subscriber reach out to me, Miss Susan, and she said, hey, I have this recipe and it works fantastic. I think you should share it on the channel. So guess what I'm doing today, you guys? I've made this once before. It turned out really, really fantastic. It did a great job on my dishes and it's super simple. So I thought I would show you guys today how to make your own dishwasher tabs. You do need some kind of, we have a silicone tray. We've used this for our toilet bombs and other recipes with you guys before, bath bombs and stuff like that. I like the silicone ones because you can push the tablets out when they are done. But pick whatever you want. If you want to use an ice cube tray, I wouldn't fill it all the way because remember, you want the tabs to be able to fit into that little compartment in your dishwasher. If they don't fit, just chuck them into your dishwasher into the bottom and you're still gonna get clean dishes. So I don't know exactly where I got this, but it's basically like probably an inch by inch square and it's silicone. I got it at Michael's a million years ago. Honestly, it's for chocolate. There you guys go. So I have a bowl here and this literally has baking soda, citric acid, and your favorite dish soap. That is it, you guys. That's why I was like, oh, this is our type of recipe, right? We like simple. I don't need 17 things in here and half of which we can't pronounce or don't need. So the first thing you need is baking soda. Walmart, y'all, you can get a huge box. I know Sam's Club, maybe this one came from Sam's Club actually. You can get them for really, really inexpensive and we use them a lot in our cleaning products. So I put it in this jar because it looks so much prettier in this giant orange box in my cabinet. But with as much as you may use, if you use your own stuff, look for a good deal on it. So we're gonna be putting 2 cups into just whatever bowl. Whoop. You guys know that I'm the best measurer in the whole world. I'm great at it. I'll just under measure this one a little bit to make up for the over measuring of the other. Here you guys go, about 2 cups. Taste it in the air. So there's our baking soda. Citric acid. I keep refilling this bag because it's resealable, but this is not the brand that we normally get. I get it from Azure Standard now, but they have a ton of options on Amazon. So just look up citric acid. You don't need to be a brand snob. They're all pretty much the same and look for the lowest cost. There you guys go. You need, I'm doubling this by the way. I should have said that. I will put the recipe below for a single batch. It'll be 1 cup of baking soda, 1/4 cup of citric acid in your dish soap. I'm doing a double because it was good and I wanted to make an extra batch so that I have it on hand. So I need 1/4 cup per batch. Like I said, I'm making it a double. You guys ask me all the time where I get these little 1/4 cup measuring cups. We use them for like our homemade laundry soap and I use them in the kitchen all the time. They are 1/4 cup measuring cups from Walmart. They are near the measuring cups at Walmart. They're like $2 and we use them constantly. There is no brand name on here. So I can't tell you a brand name, but they're at Walmart. So we have our citric acid. I'm making sure I'm not screwing this up. Yeah, dish soap, we're done. You need 1 tablespoon of your favorite dish soap per batch. I like to give it just a tiny bit of a stir so that we don't have like clumps and stuff going on. I use a wooden spoon to do this. Again, Amazon, but any wooden spoon. And of course we're gonna make a mess because that's what we do here. Just throw it over your head and nobody would ever know. Okay, the dish soap that I'm using is the Azure Clean Citrus Fragrance Dish Soap from Azure Standard. Like I said, this does taste. You can taste it in the air. 1 tablespoon per batch, so we're doing a double. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons. This basically just holds it together when you go to make it or when you push it into your molds. It dries perfectly in the little squares. So give that a little stir. It becomes like moon putty or one of those things your kids would have played with. Whoops. Now I did find this. Okay, I've made this once before and twice before, and I used one dish soap one time, and I used another dish soap that was a more concentrated version, and the more concentrated one had less water or something in it, so it didn't puff up as much. So this time I used the natural dish soap, and last time it was Dawn, and this must have something in it that makes it puff. It's okay, we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so just kind of gently stir it until all of your dish soap is incorporated into your mixture. And then we're just gonna put it into our tray. I don't put anything in my tray like to make it non-stick or anything like that because it's that silicone, it pops right out, it's just fine. And then all we're gonna do is set this outside to let it dry once we're at that point. If you wanna use gloves for this part, you can, but I find that if I just kind of, it's like playing with snow, it pushes right into our mold. I don't make sure they're perfect squares because I don't care. If you wanna push them in there, go for it. It is interesting though, because I did this a couple times now, like I said, and when I used the concentrated dish soap, the Dawn one, just to see, it didn't puff up as much. So there's gotta be something in this version that's water or vinegar or, I don't know. Anyways, interesting. But these are super duper soft, and when they dry, they become like a little hard tablet. So push them in there. This will fill up for sure. It didn't puff up this much last time. It is like playing with snow. That's so odd. I've had you guys say this too, like when I made yours, it puffed up. It's the liquid content that's in it that does it, you guys, so. It's such an odd texture. Like it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, we're just gonna keep pushing it in to our containers. I liked this recipe because it was low ingredients, low dollar, and really easy to make. So that's why I was like, hey, definitely need to share this one. So thank you, Miss Susan, for passing this along. I always laugh because for some reason, we have a lot of Susans that watch us. So this was a different Susan than the other Susans I've mentioned before, but if you're a Susan, you belong here apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna use my hands at this point to push it into place. And it, like I said, it does puff because of the reaction with some of the ingredients, but it's still gonna work in your dish soap container, or your dish soap container? Your dishwasher. Hello. Okay, I'm just gonna continue to push this in with my hands. Interesting that it's puffing so much this time. It didn't quite do this last time, but there's gotta be vinegar in this. Essential oils. It doesn't say it, but there's also a lot of stuff in here that I don't know what it is. So, anyways, these are like ridiculous, you guys. What happened? You guys know that sometimes it flops and sometimes it goes well. And today, this is definitely way more puffy than it was last time. It's guaranteed if I film it, this is what's going to happen. But that's so funny. I'm pushing it into the molds and it's puffing right back up. Last time a mixture made exactly one good batch, so I'm not sure what happened here, but oh, it's kind of deflating as it sits in the bowl. Maybe I need to. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in the bowl, to see if I stir it some more, if it deflates. It did not do this last time. This is hilarious. Miss Susan, if you're watching, what the heck did I do wrong? It was great the last time. Okay, it's like deflating a little bit now. Do you see it? Maybe the reaction went away. Okay. That's more how it was last time. Do you guys see the texture change? It's like marshmallow fluff now. Excuse my dog. They just barked. They didn't bark. They sneezed. Okay, I'm gonna. This is great. We tell you guys we bring you along for everything. Here it is, you guys. You guys like when I fail. I don't know if it makes you feel more normal or what, but you think that's great, so you should really like this. Sometimes I'm like, I should not post this, but I think that 9 times out of 10, when I do something that I screw up and it turns out in the end, you guys think that's just the best. So who knows? Anyways, I'm going to stir this a little bit more and try to get it to, yeah, look at the texture difference. It changed. Whatever chemical reaction we had going on has left the building, so it seems to be calming down. Anyways, we're going to take this now by hand and push it in. Yeah, look at that. I mean, come on. Okay, so all good, all good. We're good. Weird. It's got to be some in that soap. How funny. Well, the Dawn didn't do that, just so you guys know. If you want to go straight chemicals, good. They're still puffing a little bit, but not like we had. So it is getting cold, too. It's interesting what chemicals do. Anyway, I'm just going to fill these up. And then I'm going to set it outside, and I'll show you what they turned out like, because I have a little jar of them from last time. They're still puffing a little bit, but they calmed down last time. I don't know, y'all. What did I do? Maybe drizzle the soap in slower. That's what I did last time. That seemed to work a little bit better. This time I just made abominable snowman cubes. They just keep puffing. Okay, let me go grab the finished one so I can show you guys what those look like in comparison to this batch that was made the same way. I did drizzle the soap in a little different last time. Like I just went a little slower. This time I got all heavy-handed and just threw it in there, so maybe that was it. We'll just keep pushing this down. It looks like marshmallow. Okay, let me, y'all, let me go get the other one so you know that I'm not totally crazy. But anyways, these get really puffy. When they dry out, they pop right out of here, and they're very nice and airy. You can almost like crumble them into your dish thing if you need to. But let me go get the other container so I can show you what they ended up looking like when all was said and done. Let me see if I push them. Nope, they're going to do whatever they want at this point. The good thing is, if it happens to you, you'll know that you're not alone. Okay, let me go grab the ones that I did the other day so you can see that I'm not crazy. I'll be right back. Okay, just to prove that I'm not crazy, I store them in this little glass container. You can get these from Dollar Tree. I love them because they fit under my sink really nicely. They look clean and they keep everything dry. But these are the ones I made the other day. I don't know what I did wrong, but I followed this exact same recipe and they turned out like this. All I do is drop them into my dishwasher and I hit go, and they've done really, really well at breaking stuff down. This batch, as a tester, I did add a tiny bit of lemon essential oil or any kind of citrus essential oil. It just helps break down the grease on your dishes. I thought I wanted to do minimal ingredients for you guys this time, so I did not add that. When I did it last time, I added like maybe 8 drops of lemon essential oil just to... Did these look the same? My husband just walked in. Can you tell that this is that?
I mean,
this was
yeah,
last time.
Same.
And this time they went...
They look the same as far as... Oh.
Well, these aren't dried yet, but... What the flag nog?
They look the same. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Same in color, but...
They're the same but different.
Okay. I like it all.
Anyways, you know what? Let's make a secondary batch with just Dawn dish soap. Now I'm curious if that was the difference or what went... What the did I do? What the heck? Okay, hold on. Let me get a different bowl. Okay, have you guys... We have an ongoing joke with my mother-in-law. Have you guys seen the little cat that's dressed up in like a dress for a tea party? And she just says, what the heck? That's not the word she uses, but we don't say that word a lot, but it still makes us laugh every time we see this little cat. Anyways, let's redo this again. We're going to do a single batch. I'm going to grab my Dawn dish soap, and we're going to see if that one does the same weird stuff.
It's not really that bad.
It's what?
It's not really that bad of a word. I don't want them to think that it's some other word.
No. It's just HE double hockey stick. It's just, no big deal. Anyways, okay, let's redo. We're redoing. Pretend that we didn't do that batch and we're starting from scratch. Hey y'all, I'm Ali. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. Today we're going to show you how to make dish tabs. Miss Susan told us how to make them, and let's go. No, you guys see all our epic fails. Here it is. 1 cup of baking soda. We were just shy, so I'll just go. It's, you know, come on now. No, I have my box. We're good. That I'm not going to be able to get into. I swear, once it starts going downhill, it just goes downhill quickly. It just snowball effect, right? Okay, there's our 1 cup. Now we've used a lot of this, but that's okay. Citric acid. You need 1/4 of a cup of citric acid going in. Okay, let's see if this does any better. Whoops. I'm super curious what in the heck happened. Hell. That's what it says. What the hell? Anyway, if you've seen the cat, you know. She's cute. If not, you think I'm just nuts, and that's okay too. And we need 1 tablespoon. I'm going to use, we get this only because my husband has a smoker. We do smoked meat, or if you do like a really greasy thing like tallow. I love natural products like this. This is what I use the most because it's SLS free and it's good for you, but sometimes you just need this stuff in your life. Let's be real. So we're going to put 1 tablespoon. I'm going to do this a little different this time. You're going to learn from my mistakes, y'all. I'm going to slowly drizzle it around and give it a swirl. And then I'm going to add a little more and give it a swirl. This one's going to be blue. That's fun. Okay, so we have our soap in this time, and we're giving it a stir. This doesn't seem to be puffing. Okay, so if you go slower with your dish soap, you're gonna be okay, it looks like. I'm gonna have dish tabs for days now, y'all, so should have done a single batch. You can double it, just be careful. Don't get all heavy-handed like I did and just willy-nilly it around the kitchen, apparently. All right, that's looking a little bit better. I might rinse those ones down the sink because those are they're just continuing to expand. I mean, off camera, they've doubled. So let me just go ahead and they're not gonna stick together. They're gonna crumble. So let me go ahead and dump this in the sink really quick so we can reuse our container. My word, y'all. So we went, you guys know my mother-in-law was in town. We went up to Atlanta and we hit Williams-Sonoma. We don't have one near us. So when we do go there, you know, we like to find a gadget. And the lady at the checkout, Shawn picked a mushroom slicer. You basically put the mushroom in it and you close it and it slices the mushroom. And the lady looks at Shawn and says, anybody that this whole store, the thing they pick is a mushroom slicer, must have their life really together. She says, every time somebody buys one, I think, these people really have their life together. And I'm thinking, obviously not. We just wanted a mushroom slicer, but okay, let's redo this. Yeah, this is definitely sticking together better. So we're just something with that dishwasher soap. I'm not really sure, you guys, what happened at all. Like I was saying, if you want to add a little bit of essential oil, certain ones do help cut grease. Citruses do. If you want to do peppermint or something, because it'll smell good when the hot water hits it, you're cool too. But so I use silicone, like I was saying, because they pop out easily. Although the other ones popped out just fine. So what am I talking about? They were in silicone. Girlfriend, what are you talking about? Okay, and I like to just push this in there. It'll compact in there beautifully. Yeah, I should have just done what I had done. Sometimes I test stuff off of camera and it works, and then I'm like, you know, let's get creative. It doesn't always work so well. All right. Yeah, better. So there's definitely something in the Azure Standard dish soap that reacted, or the fact that I just poured it fast. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna push these in, and then I'm gonna scrape off whatever's on top. Once they're pushed in really, really well, this one has a little bit of room. And then our dish tabs are complete, you guys. So like I was saying, if you use dish tabs, we use powder typically. This was a little bit easier than the powder. And then the other thing with our powder is it got wet a little bit on the spoon one time, and then it got back in the container and the whole thing was ruined. It got hard as a rock. So I stuck it in my blender, we were fine. But I like the idea of tablets because they are easy to grab if you're half asleep in the middle of the night and don't want to run the dishwasher before you go to bed. Okay, that is much better, is it not? Okay, it had to have been a moisture issue. Anyways, I'm gonna stick these outside. I put them on my screen porch because it's nice and warm outside and we have good airflow on our screen porch. If you don't, stick them in a laundry room, stick them somewhere in a sunny window, whatever, as long as they get dried through. And like I said, we're gonna pretend that you didn't see these already. So once these dry fully, I always tell you guys, I think some YouTube people are fake as can be. Well, we's not fake. So once these dry, you're gonna pop them out of the container and you're gonna put them in a jar that's vintage, and it's not vintage, it's from Dollar Tree, you guys. Anyways, they come out, they're hard. I don't know if you can hear that. They're hard, and you just pop them in your dishwasher and let it rip. So the one recipe, like I was saying, we have a 1x1 square that's probably half an inch deep. We do one tablet and it was enough for our dishwasher, and our recipe made 12 of those. So how much do dish tabs cost nowadays? I was like, I can't remember where we were. I think I had a coupon. So I thought, I have this amazing coupon for $5 off. I'm gonna buy some dish tabs. And I'm like, nope, no, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Anyways, thank you guys for coming along on this fun journey. It's a madhouse around here, you guys. At least my sink's gonna be really clean. Anyways, make these dish tabs. If you do, let me know if you got the foamy reaction that I did. And Miss Susan, if you are watching, thank you for this recipe. I hope some people benefit from it. And if you are watching, Miss Susan, let us know. Have you had this foamy incident of 2025 that Ali had? Let me know. Hey, look it! My husband just walked in. Don't these look a whole lot better?
Oh, see, now you were talking about shape.
What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know. You just said these look the same.
Oh, did this looks like this versus
Yes, it does.
a marshmallow on top
I
of it.
understand.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I'll have to watch the video.
Yeah, the what not to do video. Anyways, thank you for coming along. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Y'all, as I'm doing the dishes and cleaning up and I have water hitting the original batch in the sink, I can confirm it was a water issue. So the Azure Standard dish soap has more water in it than some other brands, and that's what caused it to do that. So who knew? Anyways, there you guys go. Now we're back. We're back. Bye.